Ah oui oui, aujourd'hui nous jouons avec la spoon. 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 Okay, enough of that. So today, in Brotato, we take on Danger 5 on the Crash Zone, so the old map with the chef. And the chef is actually one of my favorite characters in the game, because I think he's a lot of fun. And if we want to have fun, we need money. That's a life lesson for you. So we start with an insane amount of luck, and we get 200% bonus damage from non-elemental sources, but only against burning targets. Now hold that thought for a second. We have the spoon, which always crits when we hit a burning target. Synergy. Going back to the chef, when we pick up a consumable, it explodes for burning damage. They only burn for 2 ticks, but that means they are burning, which is great. And we start with a scared sausage. The enemies have more HP, but not more than our damage increase, and elemental damage is pretty much useless. In other words, we just want to smack, you know, smack the enemies, burn them, deal a ton of damage. Oh, look at this. I'm an actual chef, you know. Isn't it amazing? Now, there are, technically speaking, a lot of things that you can do with the... Okay. That you can do with the chef, like bonus out of consumables, that you just get bonus healing with the cleaver and stuff like this. But I don't really care. I just want to spoon around because it's a lot of fun and I still need to beat this with the chef. I swear I've already done it like 2 times. But for some reason, it never counted, so we have to do it again. And you know what we do again? We pick up harvesting. Oh, there it is. The cleaver is the chopper, and the chopper would give us HP recovered from consumables, which actually has an insane synergy because look down here, both of them have the same scaling. So I want to increase HP to get more base damage, but this would also work, and then we also heal more, and it's very fitting because we are the chef, but we don't really care because this one is better, except it has no crit at all, but we don't want crit either way, so that's fine. One roll because it's cheap. There's another spoon. Do we need luck? I would say we'll go for a little bit of luck because we already have so much. And this way we'll see more rare things. But more importantly, the enemies will drop more fruits. Now, how do we burn the enemies if we don't have consumables? Because most of the times we won't have any. I mean, scared sausage, right? You've seen that. So the goal is to get that to 4, that whenever we hit, we burn the enemies. And what we could do is, we could actually take a weapon like the taser that deals 0 damage, but it would always set the enemies on fire. And when you upgrade the taser, it actually has multiple projectiles, so you don't have to be concerned that there are too many enemies. That's exactly what we don't need. That is also not horrible, but I think I'll go for the percent damage. Armor is always nice to have on a character like this. Let's get these in. Let's roll. More HP. More HP. So all in all, the character is really good at demolishing a singular enemy because you just set them on fire, they stay on fire, and you keep smacking them with the spoon. Not only do you get the bonus damage, but also the guaranteed crit. And a beautiful thing about the spoon is the crit damage actually goes up. Like, the higher level it is, the higher it becomes. Also, when you curse it, it goes up. In other words, you turn this little, like, pesky weapon that doesn't really matter into a nuke. It's an explosive, pretty much. Not literally, you know, it doesn't have an AoE. Well, technically speaking, it has, if you think about it, right? Because you hit multiple enemies at once, so to the degree it is. Do we want to have speed? Or do we want to be lucky? I think I want to be lucky. Not the best choice. Oh god, I have no healing. Oh, that would be funny. We definitely don't want that, but that would be funny, you know, because we just lose the game. Oh, wow. But do you see this in comparison? 2 times crit damage, 2.25 times the crit damage. Also better HP scaling, melee damage doesn't go up. In other words, we don't really want to have melee damage at all. Like, that doesn't mean that we can't build a little bit of it. Like, just, okay, I have to focus, honestly. We have a lot of luck, so I think we will just get fruits here. Good. And I need one more to not get one shot here. Nice. Okay, we are safe. Yeah, that doesn't mean we can't take melee damage. Like, if I see a highest rarity of it, and the rest is just common or maybe blue, I may take it. But all in all, if you think about it, you get so much HP in this game in comparison to melee damage. It is a lot easier to build that up. So we can just become super duper tanky while also increasing our damage. And this is kind of the best thing when that happens on a character in Brotato. I want to have the guaranteed crate, please. Beautiful. We didn't get the tree, but it's fine because that was more important. Honestly, it's fine. You know, it's not great. That is also amazing. Armor is also great. We got the triple spooning power. Do we just go for one maxed out spoon? No, come on, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, would have been fun. Can I buy you? Yeah. Would have been fun, but we don't really care, and we use a roll now because most likely we can't spend all of the money next time, like just with one shop. So I usually like to use a roll when I haven't rolled or just once, because then you save money on the next turn that you don't need to roll. It's pretty much like, yeah, the shop would be re-rolled, but if you don't find great things, you may also end up rolling like 4, 5, 6 times, and then suddenly you spend so much material on it that I prefer doing it this way. And I do believe it's better because otherwise I wouldn't do it. Okay, I'm a blind chef. This sounds like the most French chef ever. It's like, I'm so good, I don't even need to look at what I'm doing, and everything turns out perfectly fine. But do you see the confidence in this run? If you compare this to many other characters, either they are strong early and fall off, or you have to be very careful and cautious what you do early on, but since we can just invest into HP and don't even necessarily need that, we are super safe, we have 6 armor. And I don't need to go for another stat. I mean, that's kind of insane. Do we want to do that? Now, this one, technically speaking, loses us stuff, you know, so I want to curse that and not take it, and I don't really care about that. Okay, well, that is very good. That is very risky, I shouldn't do that. I did it, you can't stop me, but I shouldn't. The biggest issue about melee weapons is that they just fall off, so... Okay, wait, I have to focus for a moment. Because this is a difficult wave where the balls spawn, and I can't even go after them, because right now, if I walk into an enemy, I'm just dead. Yeah, there's the first one, but did you remember what I said about, like, singular strong enemies? We just wiped them out of existence. Because we set them on fire once, and then we smack them, and they can't survive. Okay, well, that's dangerous. Never mind, we just destroy everything. That means I actually want them to hatch, because they can give a ridiculous amount of money. Like, did you see that there? There were like 5 or 6 materials in one spot just from these guys. If you can afford to kill them, let them hatch. That's way more money. Okay, this is getting a little bit suspicious here. We already have Curse, so we have to be careful with certain enemies, because cursed up, they are just insane. But we made 250 material and we started at 1 HP. More range is nice, lure is amazing, crit is useless. I can't believe that I actually didn't take that. More luck is amazing, almost perfect. Let's go for a little bit of speed because we had minus 10%. And more spooning time, all of these for free reroll. I mean, do you understand just how many of them I got? Now, we could go for the alien eyes. And if you think about it, it is a cooking ingredient. You know what? Usually I don't take them because I don't like these items that take away from the character. But HP is a main thing of us. Let's just embrace it. I know this doesn't make any sense for someone who doesn't watch the videos all too often and doesn't realize the playlist has like 200 videos. So when I play, I don't look for an optimal run. I look for a run that maximizes the fun that I have. And one thing that easily destroys my fun is if something is just too good, too strong, and takes away from the main thing that we were doing. Like, does that make sense? Imagine you had an item that is like, oh, when you buy this, the game becomes 90% easier. Yeah, but if I try out different builds, do I really want to make the game 90% easier? No, I kind of want to see what the build achieves, and if it dies, that's just a limitation of the build. It's like trying out something, right? So I don't want to have that item. And this is how I view many of these items. They just become way too insane if you get a lot of them. And that turns it kind of pointless. Oh god. To even go for these builds? Easy. I don't know what you're stressing. That was so easy. I'll take the 1 HP. I'll take the additional healing. I don't care about you. I'll take you. I don't care about you. We'll take the damage. Beautiful shop. Also amazing. Let's go. That is 10 bonus damage multiplied by our damage. So it's 12, 13 actually. But I don't really care. Like, look, it's... That's good. That is interesting. Now, curse strength 10,000. I don't like... Wait, I can... No, I can't curse you. You can only curse items. Let's do that. In case you're wondering what that was, that is a mod that adds this pearl, and I asked you guys if you want me to use it. I personally like it because I think it's actually quite frustrating that when you buy items that you can't curse them anymore, because it turns the game very frustrating. Now, I understand anyone that says, Dex, that's just part of the game, you have to accept that, but keep in mind again, we are not playing for competitive reason, for challenging reason. There, I would never use that. We are playing for a fun reason. So do we really want to be upset most of the time that we couldn't curse something insane or that we couldn't buy it until we got the fishhook? I don't think that's a lot of fun, but hey, feel free to let me know what you think about it by now. Because sometimes opinions change and honestly I couldn't bother what I do. I'm just like, I do whatever because I have fun playing. So yeah, the hot wave, honestly, super duper easy. What we do need a bunch of is the snake. Because when we burn the enemies, we just burn a little bit and that doesn't help out a lot. So we need to get the snake that it spreads and hit every single enemy with the burn. And there's more luck. Should we take that? Sure, why not? 8 melee damage. Okay, that is a funny scenario I mentioned before and I'll take it. So we'll get you, we'll get you. I could go for that, sure. We just can't go to negative because I think this actually gives you negative crit. And then it could be that you can't crit anymore, even though it's guaranteed. Oh, on this one I'm not sure because it does say always crits. And I think there's another one that says plus 100% crit chance, the javelin. Now we don't have that many things, so what do we want to curse? I don't think the odds go up if we curse this, so it doesn't matter. The coupon is definitely amazing, the recycling machine is amazing, but I think I'll go for the coupon. Yeah, sure. 9% is very good. I don't care about this, I care about these. Luck is also nice, we have another spoon in here. But now I would really like to start cursing them. We could have also just kept the pearl, but like, you know, it's like whatever. More max HP for bonus material. It is a unique, so I'll take it out of the way, but I don't really care about it. Like, yes, it does give HP, but we don't get that much material that it makes a significant difference. Even at 500 material, it's only 6 bonus HP if I math that out right, which is like, wow. Wow, you know? Doesn't really do anything. The only good thing is they changed that these temporary HP bonuses or the random HP bonuses that you get, they actually give you HP instead of empty HP. So if you level up, you get the full HP. Before you just got 1 max HP but no current HP. That also means the padding should give you just 1 full HP and means you tank a little bit more. I'm getting a bit concerned, like it's still very solid, it's still very safe, we don't have to be concerned, but it's definitely getting a little bit harder. I think just because it takes so long to burn the enemies, we need the snakes. Not the snakes, the other sausages. Okay, I have to be careful. I mean, it's fine, we have a bunch of HP, but I need more HP. Okay, more HP. Crit, no. Harvesting, okay. That is, you know what, good enough. Knockback is always nice to have. Another spoon. Luck is okay. I shouldn't have done that. I so shouldn't have. Oh my god, yes. But I so shouldn't have done that. Perfect. Also good. Also nice. Oh no. Don't worry about it. Sure, we just have 1 HP. And this is a hot wave, meaning we get flooded by enemies. And we've already learned that I struggle to stay alive. So, starting with less HP is not only a survival issue that we have to heal up a little bit. Yeah, this is fine. This is totally fine. Do you see that? When Dex is serious, Dex doesn't get hit. You'll see in this entire wave, I'll not get hit once. Because this is now serious Dex moment. Oh, scheiße. Okay, this is fine. Still didn't get hit. Still didn't get hit. Do you see this movement? Still didn't get hit. Still didn't get hit. Okay, still didn't get hit. Still, the moves. I didn't. Fake news. Fake news. You didn't see anything. I didn't get hit. Sometimes. Okay, so what happened there is I didn't get hit, but sometimes you need to smack yourself in the head with a spoon. And the problem is, because I was on fire, like, did you see that adrenaline? Like, you know how you say, ooh, I'm on fire, right? Not literally. So what happened there is, we were on fire, and that's why our spoon crit hit my face. And now my nose is broken. So we didn't actually get hit by the enemies, which is what I meant. But it was, I hit myself. Okay, well, that's just beautiful, isn't it? Because we always crit kill the enemies. We don't need you. I don't even want to. You know what? We'll just upgrade them. What do I mean by that? Well, I really like to just keep my weapons on a non-red level. Because the moment you get your cursed hook, or your fish hook in general, you will just lock a bunch of spoons and buy them cursed. And then you already have the weapons to upgrade it to the max. You know, while with the red ones, you need to sell them, and as long as you're strong enough to easily kill all of the enemies and you don't take a penalty, like for example, sure you may survive, but if you don't kill the enemies, you lose out on money. So if that's not the case, where's the problem, right? There's no problem. In fact, you even save money because you can use this to invest it into economy instead, or defensive things. Talking about defensive things, why did I reduce my armor when we were already struggling? Like, why did I get the harvesting for -1 armor? Yeah, can you explain that, Dex? Thank you for the explanation. That was very good. Very, very, very detailed. We have so much HP. Perfect. Oh, yeah, I wanted to combine them. I was like, why did I lock that? Let's... Honestly, not bad. Oh my god, how many of them did I skip because I didn't even notice that? I don't care. But yeah, more explosion size is for when we pick up fruits, because the fruits, they explode and set the enemies on fire, right? Yeah, it has a radius. Do you see it? And now the radius is 1050, which is very respectable. Like, that's a decent radius. So whenever we get a fruit, which we get a lot of because of our high luck stat, we will just set all of the enemies on fire. Did you see that? That was amazing. In fact, I will turn on explosions just a little bit that we see the size of it, since this is not a character that explodes all too much, so it should be fine. Yeah, that's a decently sized explosion, I would say. That most of the enemies around me get hit by it. And now we also have a 50% chance to set the enemies on fire with our weapon. Okay. No, this is fine. I don't know what you're stressing. 18 seconds, Dex. Okay, nice dodge. I'm really happy about that. Nice. Yeah, as long as I stay a little bit more... I just realized the next 2 waves are a nightmare for us. Because there are a ton of ranged enemies there. Oh no, how do we... I hate this old map. Like, the more I play it now, the more I start to hate it. I need armor. I need armor. I need attack speed. I need armor, Dex. Dude, I literally can't win this. Well, that's funny. That doesn't help me. Okay, that's good. That's not armor. That's armor. I can't buy it. I'm so dead. That's a hot wave. I mean... We started off strong, right? Like, I got a bunch of armor in the beginning. And then I kind of didn't increase it anymore. And instead reduced it. As long as I charge after these guys, we should be fine. It would have been so much better if the hot wave was on 15. It can be 14 or 15. Because then I would have had one more round of scaling up my armor. And we have to be careful. Like, I need to kill these big blobs. Because otherwise they just explode on their own. And then they run around free. And I can't deal with them. Do we heal enough? Because we have the bonus healing from killing enemies. I almost feel like it's really... Oh my god, because there are so many enemies, we just keep healing like crazy. That doesn't mean it's easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it's a lot easier than like a normal wave. Because we also just like spread the burn like stupid, since the enemies are more close to each other. Like, not that it spreads from one enemy to another, but if you have one big boom explosion, it hits like 50 enemies at once instead of just 10. So I need less fruits to keep up the burning. That was easy. I was so scared about this wave. We almost earned 900. Slow down the enemies? Sure, why not? I don't want you. Let's go for a bit more speed. That was one of the issues, but not the only one. Let's get more experience in. Okay, like, how many times will they show up? I don't hate them, but I don't want them. That is more max HP, sure. Another spoon. Armor, yeah, I definitely have to take that. Speed is also nice. Let's go for that. And more max HP. I don't think I really want to upgrade my spoons anymore, right? Oh, yeah, for 3 times damage multiplier. Okay, you know what? I'll do it. It's fine. That is a lot of bonus damage. We'll also take that. Whoop-de-doo. So this would be the wave, the same one as the last one, but with less enemies. Will it be harder or easier? Because we were at 6 armor. Now we're at 9 armor. And if you combine those 2 numbers, very nice. Will this be way harder because we have less enemies? And there will still be a lot of the ranged ones, which makes it so difficult. So we can't heal a lot by killing enemies. Maybe. Possibly. Let's see how it turns out. So far it's going really well, but usually the beginning is never the issue. The issue is when the enemies start like flooding so much that they are split up, that they are not in groups anymore, and then I can't easily kill them and they keep hitting me from all angles. Yeah, do you see that? Okay, we have 20 seconds left. I need to be a little bit more careful. Honestly, these running around dudes, if they did like 50% of their damage or 60%, they would still be an issue, which kind of just shows the problem with them, that they are so overpowered. Because they build up in masses so fast. I mean... Honestly, it may also just be a skill issue that I'm not used to it anymore. Another goblet is insane. We healed for 61 on that wave. That is almost my entire HP bar. So we definitely want to have that. Range is also good. Tyler, couldn't care less. Damage, HP, perfect. We have another spoon here. Sure, let's take that. And let's take these. More healing is also nice. More speed I would kind of like. Oh, wow. Sure. Would have loved to have that curse, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain about it. I couldn't. Well, let's get it out of the way. That is insane. Okay, now that I think about it, is it really worth it? Because we don't really need the crit. The only benefit of the crit would be that we also crit on our very first hit before we burn the enemies. Like, because the rest of it is not that good. It's range, it's attack speed, but range is also needed. And we have a swiping attack, so here the penalty for range is rather minimal. If you do the stabby attack, the problem is that it goes out too far and takes too long to come back. And because you just stab into one direction, you don't hit a lot of enemies. But here with range, they go further out, so the swing becomes bigger. And because we have 6 weapons, we are still always covered. I'm currently trying to figure out whether I really like this run. Like, how would I rate it on a scale? And at first it was definitely a 10 out of 10. Like, it was super duper easy. And then it kind of turned down to even a 3 out of 10 because I almost died twice. But I've never been in serious mode. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but when I play Brotato, I have like different modes depending on the weapon and the run that we are doing. The non-serious mode is the one where also... I didn't want to buy that. Cool. That may be one of the worst things to buy. But yeah, the non-serious mode is, oh wow. Is also where I just stand still and I don't do anything and want to see if the enemies can kill me. While the serious mode is where I sometimes turn quiet or you hear me stutter a lot. Because I have to focus on the game, and doing both, like thinking and focusing, doesn't really combine that well. Nice. You guys are still here, like, can you please stop that? But it looks like there are not that many of them. I think we can just stand still. Let me try that out. Because the tentacles that you see here, they're very annoying, but they just shoot on the side of you. The only problem would be the range guys. Okay, sure, aimbot or something. Yeah, the only trouble are just the range guys, but they will eventually cross my path. So I don't need to do anything. I mean, I want to have the tree. Nice, it was worth it. There's another tree, beautiful. There are 2 more trees that just spawned. Nice. Yeah, I mean... It's definitely easy. I think the biggest issue was just a little bit of greed to not go for enough armor. Huh, never heard that before in my videos. If you take too much armor, it just turns the run a little bit too dull. Like, there's no excitement, right? If you always make sure that you have enough armor to not die, then how do you figure out how good or how weak a build is? Like, that was a perfect order. Like, you know what I mean? How do you know the performance of a build if you're always just so tanky that you can't take any damage? This will be our first elite, and I think this will be insanely easy. Down here he spawns, is why I like to pause in the beginning to know where they are. Okay, well, it's a dasher, not the easiest one in there, but do you see the damage we are dealing? We don't even have curse. Like, that was just it. And this is the single target damage we have, where it really goes crazy. Now, we should keep in mind, the enemies, they do have a lot of just like bonus HP. And I do believe the bonus damage that we get is just the same thing as this percent damage. So the moment they burn, they take 200% more damage. It's not multiplying all of our damage, but just plus 200% damage. So the longer the game goes, the less significant this becomes. But you know what's very significant? Giving the enemies plus 100% health. That is very significant. So eventually this character just falls off so hard because he gives such a huge buff to the enemies while your own buff doesn't matter. Now where I could be wrong is that it could literally mean you triple your damage because plus 200% is tripling your damage, right? Wow, you're useless. I mean, I'll take it, but that's useless. Dangerous, I don't like it, but I want to have the money. More armor is good. Damage. There's another spoon, perfect. Let's also get you in, that's actually bad. Because we first have to do a hit to burn the enemies to begin with, so they may be too low that it works. I mean, I'll go for it, sure. This may be the worst build I've done in a very long time, luck-wise. This is such an insane contrast to the last video that I uploaded, because there we got like 1 fishhook on wave 11 and then 2 fishhooks on wave 12, which is absurd luck. And whenever someone says, Dex, your luck is just absurd, like how are you always this lucky? You know, runs like these, they're just completely ignored. It's wave 19. How many cursed items do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of them was with a mod, the Void Pearl. So we got 3 cursed items, no fishhook, And arguably speaking, most of these cursed items are useless. Well, this one says a lot more trees spawn. That's actually good. The explosion honestly doesn't matter all too much at all. Because, like, yeah, it's a nice bonus, but it's not this big, huge benefit compared to a cursed retromation hoodie or so, or cursed spoon. It's still nice, but we don't need it because we burn the enemies either way. Though I think it was nice for the horde waves, just to make, well, for them it's the least important because there's so many enemies that drop fruits, so you constantly re-trigger it. If I bought that with money, I don't even think it was worth it. I better hope they came out of a crate. 12% dodge is also nice. We'll go for the max HP because we scale with that. Okay, but this is a little bit difficult. I will take the treasure map for sure. We can't even get that spoon. You're useless, but I'll take it out of the way. 92%. And I can combine that the moment we find the next spoon. Please give me a spoon. There's a spoon. Well, I can just buy that. You barely went up, but it's 99%. Look at its crit damage. 3.6 times multiplier. That's not even that much. I think that's a low roll. I can't do that right. But that is so much bonus range. But I can't, you know what? You can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I don't care. We are now looking just for the fishhook. That is beautiful. On the boss wave decks. Are you stupid? Are you actually stupid? Totally fine. Don't worry about it. This is not a problem. It's like I just doubled their HP, you know. Totally fine. Okay. Okay. See? I told you. Why are you stressing this? It's like, just listen to me. Dex knows this game. It's like... Okay. Look at the damage numbers on the left side. The bosses have 33,000 HP. Actually, I believe these old ones have 31,000 or something like that. It's a little bit less. Maybe it's even 26,000. Yeah. We have a little bit of damage. Just a tiny bit. You barely notice it. Okay, crates. These will be the best red items we could have ever asked for. Seriously? Oh, hey, how about you give me another one? Well, that's a cute monkey, that's funny. That, you know what, I'll take it out of the way. Armor engineering, I'll take it for the armor. Melee damage in engineering, but minus HP. It is a worthy trade. Like that we get more damage out of it. Sure, I'll take that. Frozen Heart is okay. Void Pearl is beautiful. Attack speed is amazing. I'll go for the luck. And that was it. I will definitely curse our moneymaker because this makes a ginormous difference. Holy moly. Well, we just talked about that, didn't we? So, well, it just happened the moment right afterwards. That's kind of hilarious. So, this is actually kind of funny. Even though we have less elemental scaling, which makes our elemental garbage, we can actually make it work with the axolotl because it gets around this limitation. That there's no way I'm actually gonna do that, right? That is so inting. That is so bad. So, before our burning did 10 damage, by the way. 581 damage. And look at this damage, because we still have a 10% elemental scaling on it. Did we just reinvent a new way on how to play this character? To actually go for elemental damage? That is insane. Sure, we don't have any mid-range anymore and I need to build this up, but now, when I burn the enemies, they actually take a ton of damage. And as long as we spread this, we don't even need to hit them anymore, just because the burning is so powerful. Yeah, look at this, our sausage did 14,000 damage now. And I do believe our eyes can also trigger the burn. I'm not exactly sure about this, but if I stay in the corner, maybe we can see it. Like, I have to kill them. Okay, that are the eyes. I do believe the sausage went up. I could be wrong with that, but to test this, we just need a lot more eyes. And then I can't invest more into elemental damage. But you know what's really funny? Now we can convert elemental damage into engineering with the book. And we get a huge damage bump yet again, just because of that. And also our turrets will be very powerful if we do that, because we get like so much engineering, 500 engineering out of that. And we have a 40% damage scaling to the weapon by engineering. So this would be kind of insane. I'll actually take one of the turrets for that reason. Lure's nice, sure. Attack speed way better. Okay. So what do we need? I need a fishhook. Like, the fishhook is the most important one. It hasn't shown up, and I don't think it will ever show up. Oh, this run has been so painful. I don't understand why. What is wrong with the curse? Now, the only issue is elemental sources. If the enemies burn, they don't... I hate this so much. I hate this so much. So, you know what happened here? Because we have the 10% scaling, they don't get the bonus damage anymore, so they pretty much deal 0 damage. Like, do you see that, how we deal 1900 damage? That is this damage multiplied by 3.6 times. With the bonus damage that we get from the small fish, you know. So the funny thing is, even without that, we are still smacking the enemies, which shows just how absurd our damage is. I have a way to solve this, and I rarely make use of that, and I believe the last time I played the chef, I actually had to do exactly the same thing, because I also messed up in the same way. It's just, it's not an elemental weapon for me, you know? It's not. Like, this shouldn't work this way. Like, I'm sorry, I know it makes logical sense, but I think this is just wrong. It shouldn't be this way. Okay, well, we got the book. Do we curse it? It doesn't matter. We'll just take it, because we need the bonus damage. Now, I will do something I very, very rarely do. I will interfere with the game via modding, and, okay, this is what happens. They are not elemental anymore. Okay, we need to build up more range, though, because I lost all of the range there. So now let's take a look at the damage numbers, and they should be astronomical. Yeah, look at this, 4,000, 5,000. It was just a typical Dex moment. Was it though? Or did we one-shot the enemies? Oh, no, I'm not sure anymore. No, I don't think we've ever seen this high damage numbers. And keep in mind, because we removed the elemental damage scaling, we actually did lose a good chunk of bonus damage. Well, 10% of this is 23, multiplied with our damage is like 60, shy of 60. So we didn't lose that much, never mind. Finally. Okay, so we will get you, we will lock you, because we may roll into a common one, and then we will immediately upgrade it. You're useless. Jousting lens, I don't really care about that. Burning activates faster. I mean, that is good. We should definitely go for that. Boss wave, can we deal with it? Can't we deal with it? Let's... What just happened? Huh. Yeah, that's reasonable. That was reasonable. You know what I just realized? We kind of want to have bounces or penetration because our eyes are affected by that. Oh, that would be nice. Because then we just bounce all over the stage and hit all of the enemies all the time. So even if they survive, they should just die. What is the damage of the eyes, by the way? Like, I want to see them hit something. 99? Well, that's pathetic. I need more HP, is what that means. We could... Okay. Don't Google baby with a beard. I mean, it's kind of funny. And I can't show it because probably copyright issues. But it doesn't give you the wiki. Okay, and now that I search for wiki, I get Baby Beard, which is apparently a singer and YouTuber and wrestler. Okay, there we go. There's the wiki. It can also spread flames if you have scared sausage. That is what I was looking for. Perfect. Still don't want you uncursed, because that's just a little bit too much of a nerf. Okay, what do we want to have here? Just attack speed, right? Yeah, that's good. Maybe max HP was better, but I think it's... Oh, yeah, right. I need to find the non-cursed one. Well, not the non-cursed one, but the... You know what I mean? The common one, Dex. Words. Use them. 1 HP regeneration for every burning enemy, sure. I mean, we have a lot of that, finally. Now we'll combine you, then we'll get you. So your curse strength is 101%. It's perfect. This is the highest possible scaling. Wow. I'm in love. I need to curse this. So we do this with the Void Pearl, I guess. I just realized I messed something up. I completely messed something up. No! Oh, this Brotato video was meant for tomorrow on the 12th of August. But I scheduled a bounty of 1 video, and like, I'm playing on a new update that is not available yet. And they didn't tell me an embargo, but I asked about it because experience has shown. Always ask that question because people forget about it. And yes, there's an embargo to the 13th of August. And while I don't really show anything new, my thing is thought I need to showcase an insane run we had with a new character. Not because I forgot about it, but the video was planned after the video. No, the video was planned after the video of the new character. But because I had no video, I just scheduled it earlier. But now I just remembered that. That means I don't have that video. Oh no. Well, that's actually good. Yeah, sure, we'll take that. 90% good enough. Like, it's not amazing, but it's good enough. More eyes. Beautiful. They did 50,000 damage last round. Yeah, well, huh? Hello. Weißt du, manchmal denke ich mir echt, ich habe so einen an der Klatsche, ne? Irgendwas läuft in meinem Hirn einfach schief. Meine Eltern haben mich ein bisschen zu oft runterfallen lassen. Oder vielleicht einfach auf den Boden gesmackt. Weißt du, oh, da ist der Daniel. Bam. Voll auf den Boden. Steinfloor natürlich. Steinfloor, ja, ich habe wirklich einen an der Klatsche. Steinboden. Why am I talking in German? What is going on? Look, we had like super hot days again. Like, it was nice and dandy the last few days or weeks actually, and now it's super hot again, so my brain is just melting. Oh my god. So usually that's 16, 15%, right? Yeah, usually it's 15%, 30%, so now it's 62% that we heal 1 HP per kill. 4 armor, beautiful. Like, even our armor is abysmal. Okay, another sausage, beautiful. I would have liked to curse one of them, but then again, we can't really scale our elemental damage, so it doesn't matter. And this is overkill, like, we'll not do that. 1.7 million damage on the Bernie dudes. I mean, why wouldn't I, right? Like, that would be ridiculous to not take that. And at this point, we have learned there is no fishhook in the game, so we'll just accept. Did you notice when I paused? I think I paused even before I took it because my click already happened. And I immediately realized just how stupid that was. Like, but the fishhook exists, right? They didn't remove that out of the game. Right? Okay. Well, turns out, cursed healing turrets heal you for quite a lot of HP when you have 317 engineering. And our engineering goes so much up because we have the robo arm. Sometimes a little bit more, but they figure out the stats of like the better Heilige Mutter Maria. Ja, meine Fresse, ne? Also, bizarre. Right? Right? Like, right? We have 71% crit either way. We lose a little bit of armor, but we already know we don't care about it. That's actually insane. Usually it's -3, but we got like a super high curse or a decently high curse. So it's -1. Well, you know, we just did that. Easy peasy. Easiest game of my life, in fact. Now you show up. Like, after all the fun is over, you show up. This is where you decide to show up. I hate you a little bit. Is that worth? Kind of, right? Not really, actually, but kind of. You know what, I'll get 2 of them. Let's just have fun. Wave 30, bosses, half HP, not great. But I didn't get a giant spell yet. Okay, well, yeah. So, Excalibur is definitely dealing the most damage. By far. So, do we need the spoons anymore? Why does a French chef need Excalibur? I mean, have you ever been to France? Do you know what they do all the time? The French pretty much spend 70% of their lifetime protesting. And it's not with the, you know, the shields and stuff, the signs that you hold up and you're like, hey guys, we don't think that's cool what you did there. You set your neighbor's car on fire. And like, this is like a signal of love in France. If you love your neighbor, if you're SO, you know, you go there, you set their car on fire. It's a proof of love. When the moment you're born, the first thing you get is a shield in your hand and you say, I didn't agree with that. You know, this is how you're birthed as a French person. So having Excalibur, a super strong weapon, based on your health, makes sense. I don't know what that has to do with health now. Like, I need to figure that out. Oh, perfect. Sure, I'll take that. You didn't get cursed. Right, you're not even cursed. That was kind of insane that you cursed that. Sure. Why not? Oh my god, you actually have tons of damage. Do we just go for a legendary build where nothing makes sense anymore? That actually makes so much sense. We are French. Nothing makes sense. We will vote for something that we want to have, and the moment we get it, we will protest it. Because we got what we wanted. Oh my god. You know, if you think about it, it's actually... Mother, stay alive, please. I need your babies. Exactly, that is the French mentality. Do you see that? Oh, we have babies. Let's farm them. Okay, maybe a bit too dark. No, but it makes perfect sense if you think about it. Because the moment you're happy, you can be unhappy. But if you make yourself unhappy, it can't be unexpected. You can always expect it. I don't even want to take more turrets. Like, I don't want to have damaging turrets. I'm happy with the ones that we have. But what is like the... Oh, that's actually nice. I should have taken that a while ago. You're a king. Do you know that? You're actually straight up insane. I mean, I want to curse this badly, but like, I don't even need a spoon anymore. Yet, oh my god, these spoons are insane. This one is the only bad one, so I guess I could do it. But how about we just go for a bunch of legendaries, right? Minus 20 max HP hurts a little bit, but also not really. Okay, if you curse something, and we both know you'll curse something, because when I have one fishhook, it works better than 2 fishhooks for me. Please don't curse this. Okay, it cursed nothing. Because what it wanted to do is it wanted to curse the snail. The snail? How do I go from mouse to snail? They both have 5 letters. Snail, mouse, snail, mouse, snail, mouse. They don't share a single letter. Did you notice that? Snail, mouse. Snail, mouse. Yeah, they don't share a single letter. That's funny. What is it? What? You know, I know exactly when I've played too much Brotato and I should just take a break. Wait, it has 75%. Oh. 91% is already better. Please upgrade beyond 100%. 91%. Okay. We get like a 1 or 2%. I think a 1% improvement. Sure. You know, sure. Let's just get an Excalibur casually. Like that. Celerity, healing, beautiful. How about another legendary? We haven't seen one of those in a while. That is actually not bad, because now we have 100% crit. Did you curse something, my friend? Wow. You really don't like the Giant's Belt. What is that hatred? Now the problem is, I technically can't really buy something in the shop. We don't have to curse the Giant's Belt, but I feel like it makes the most sense to do that. The alternative route is that we just say we don't care, because we have so much damage either way, that it won't change all too much. The thing is, it would be insane with our bouncing bullets, like the additional ones that we create, because they all apply Giant's Belt. Even our turrets apply that, by the way. Do I actually waste this much money with 2 locked slots? You know what? It's fine. It's okay. If we ever come across... Why did I buy that? If we ever come across the cursing item again, I will curse it, but maybe I'll do a quick check what, like, uniques we have, because I think there are some insane ones in there. Okay, dude. Like, let's stop messing around. Like, these are the moments that then get ignored. We had a 40% chance to curse there. We had 3 attempts in a row. And nothing happened at all. Okay, game. We are not playing this game now. You cursed this. The only good thing is, because it's in here so long... Scheiße. because it's in here so long, we can't see it in the shop again, because I really didn't want to have only Excaliburs, like I want to have a mix. You have a lot of merit, but we need to sell one either way, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, like we will see other legendaries instead of this one. Void Pearl. Okay, so we have to sort by quantity. And now we go like to the bottom, because this shows what we have one of. And this is the easiest way to find... Well, that solves that issue. That solves that issue entirely. As long as we don't lose now, but listen, we will not lose. We have so much damage. Okay. So, do you see the giant spell damage over there, by the way? This could be twice as high. But we're doing this just with giant spell. We don't need anything else. Did you curse? I swear, if you didn't curse, like, I'm gonna have a word with your father. Where is it? How in the world is that even possible? Fishhook, are you out of your mind? Are you completely bonkers? Did you crash into the wall or something? How is that even possible? Yay, I will just take that. I'm not gonna risk that it gets cursed over the other two. Okay. Okay, I was about to get really mad. Why are you in the top here? Oh yeah, because I cursed you. Holy moly. And please just curse both of them. Oh my god, I cursed both of them. 35% is also a very solid chance. It's fine. It's okay. Like, it's not great. The issue with these weapons is they are so rare that you can't really expect to just find them again, you know? So, you... Oh. Yeah. So you can't just easily replace them, you know? You know what I mean? Next boss wave. Is it still easy? Is it hard? Like, the funny thing is, the Excalibur is not even that good, because it's so... What is my speed? I'm just that slow. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I locked that right. Yeah, the Excalibur is not even that great, because it only deals with enemies close by. But I guess if you go for a lot of range, then it's more like a mid-range weapon that takes care of the enemies that got through it that spawn too close, where the shooting just doesn't happen fast enough. It would be so cool if there was like a tier above the red tier that we have. And one item that is in there is that like temporary buffs that you get turn into permanent buffs. Wow. Oh, really? Well, but it's fine. Yeah, but like that one, then for example, the HP that we get for the material would just be permanent. It wouldn't go down again. Like, I think this would be a very fun item, but it would need to be a tier above the red one. And if you think about how hard it is to get the red ones, you would only see this super duper rarely. This is not a legendary, but do we just take it because this is perfect. Elemental damage engineer, well, it's actually not that good. You know what? Today, we'll do it, because the last time I wanted to have it, I skipped it. Yeah, I have to find the purple version of it, I said. Not the red. Oh my god, 2 max rolls. 7 and 7. Can I get something... Oh, perfect. Can I get something exciting? I mean, 1890% speed reduction. Now, you will say... It's a 5, by the way. That's the highest you can get. You may say... Dex, what is the point even of this? Like, why do you need so much? Well, the enemies, they build up in speed over time, and I do believe they actually build up a resistance as well. So we all know Giant Spell is probably the most insane one to curse. I'm currently just thinking if there's a better one that is more fun. 3 bounces, we just hit the highest possible. Did it update? Okay, it says we have 0 bounces, but if we check it out now, yeah, we have 3 bounces. Now it updated. Holy moly, so you'll see a lot of bounces happening now. So yeah, we will stop as usual on wave 40. I reconsidered if maybe I want to do the videos until wave 50, but the problem is I like to keep my videos in the 40 to 50 minute range. Well, it would have been great, you know, in another timeline. But here's the final fight of the bosses. Did you see how he couldn't move? He did start to move again though, but just barely. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.